Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the Scottish Government what steps it is taking to tackle child poverty in the Greenock and Inverclyde constituency. Cabinet Secretary.
We are providing a range of support which will benefit families in Greenock and Inverclyde and indeed across Scotland, including investment in the Scottish Child Payment, 1140 hours of funded free childcare, free bus travel for under-22s and the Scottish Welfare Fund. Our 5 family payments, including the Scottish Child Payment, could be worth over £10,000 by the time an eligible child turns 6 and over £20,000 by the time the eligible child is 16 years old.
Stuart McMillan.
I thank the Cabinet Secretary for that reply, and the Cabinet Secretary will be very much aware of the Trussell Trust's end-of-year figures for 2022-23, which indicate that the number of food bank parcels distributed in my constituency rose by 36%. Now, the figures for the whole of Scotland did show that the Scottish Child Payment seems to have had an impact, as the rise of the number of households with children receiving food bank parcels was nowhere near the levels experienced elsewhere in the UK, but I am still concerned that it wasn't enough to protect every family from food insecurity. Does the Cabinet Secretary therefore agree with me that this shows that Scotland is taking a different approach to tackling child poverty, and if the UK Government isn't prepared to match progressive policies like the Scottish Child Payment, it should evolve necessary powers so we can go further to help low-income families in Greenock and Inverclyde and also across Scotland?
Cabinet Secretary.
Well, I think it is very easy to see the contrast, Presiding Officer, between the approaches of the Scottish and UK Government. You have the Scottish Government that not only introduced the Scottish Child Payment, but has now went from that original campaign ask of £5 to the position that we are in at the moment. And that is very, very important. At the same time, of course, you had the UK Government cutting universal credit by £20. And I think that is the real challenge, is that, for example, we are spending £84 million making that available to local authorities, spend on discretionary housing payments, for example, directly to mitigate against UK Government welfare policies. And that is a frustration, and it should be a frustration for everyone in this chamber.